What's up? It's John the Don, man. Y'all rocking with rapgrid.com. Make sure y'all subscribe to this, and make sure y'all subscribe to youtube.com/Shrug Life Network for all the bullpen battles, man. Bullpen Battle League. Fuck with me.
Alright, explain to us the whole Alki David fallout situation and the supposed $8 million that you ran through for the event.
Well, I mean, shit, that's a
like, where's this number go?
8 million. But nah, 8 million would be closer to the number of reported annual losses that the Philmont Corporation incurs, which is actually $13 million, which happens to be, last time I checked, the amount of annual losses a corporation needs to report to the IRS in order to keep their status as a foreign company operating in the U.S. Now, Philmont's a foreign corporation. So I don't know. I know real math guy or anything like that, but it is what it is. But Alki he's a billionaire. He wants to micromanage everything. He wants to put his little stamp on everything instead of being like a regular cool-ass billionaire, like a Dan Bilzerian type dude who really be out there fucking bitches on yachts and, doing all that shit. Now, Alki wishes he could do that, but for some reason, he can't, and he lives a really mundane existence, and he gets he gets his wife fucked by butch lesbians, you feel me? Like, which is what's happening probably as we speak, literally. So it's like, this is actually happening. Jen is getting fucked by a butch lesbian, you feel me? Like, oh, the love of my life, Jen. Like, there's one of them occasions where the homie ain't doing it right. I know he found himself a woman he liked, but you can't make a whole housewife. Sorry, Alki, not sorry, fuck boy.
Alright, so hold on. Let's get back on track. So start us from the beginning. How does Alki David reach out to you, and how does this thing even come into existence?
So he never even reached out to me. What had happened was, actually gotta give props to the homies Cali Smooth and Yak the Ripper, two dope MCs from the California scene, from the Fresh Coast, and they knew a dude named Kashim who used to work for Alki back in the day, and they're like I guess he used to be in their hood over there in Inglewood when they would be smoking weed, and I guess they was all watching battles one day, and then he's like, what are y'all youngsters doing? Like, what are y'all looking at? You feel me? So he was like, here, check this out. And he's like, and then dude was watching. He's like, this is weird. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, there's no beat. What's going on? And then he saw the numbers. So he's like, whoa, well, this shit said this video's been watched 1.8 million times. And then he's like, damn, all these videos got all these views. Like, y'all know the people that do this? He's like, yeah, well, there's this guy Lush out here. He throws, all the events in Cali. Like, he's like, can you get me on the phone with him? And they're like, yeah, that's my folks, of course. So got me on the phone with dude. And at first, he's like, yo, I know all these guys. I have all these connects. What he said to me was DirecTV. So I went into it thinking that I had a meeting with DirecTV, right? Go to one meeting. And it's like, okay, and it's just like, he said it was in Beverly Hills. I'm like, all right, for sure, you feel me? Like, to a kid that had been in Oakland for the past 15 years, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know anyone that had been to Beverly Hills, so like, that was like crazy. But I get to the spot, and it's not really, it's like Beverly Hills adjacent, like the slums of Beverly Hills. And it wasn't DirecTV, it was like, what's that shit called? Like, it was called like One World Entertainment or something. You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, TV One. It's like it's an urban channel, right? So it was completely not what I was expecting. I'm like, all right, for sure. Take a meeting with the dude. This Jewish dude with a big gold chain, and he's the fucking biggest kook ever, you feel me? This dude, Robert Corsini, you feel me? It's like an Italian Jew like me, but this dude's like a fucking 80-year-old kook, and he's just like, he's talking, I'm like, bro, you have no jug, like, why am I wasting my time? Like, you have a bag of money for me? He's talking about editing sizzle reels, and we could maybe get something. I was like, bro, like, he's fucking, I'm responsible for, at this point, 800 million views online, you feel me? Like, here's your sizzle reel. I literally said that to dude, and the kid, like, can't give the dude Kashim looking at me like, what are you doing? But then I was like, nah, this dude's a kook, I'm out. He's like, all right, don't trip. We got the real meeting with DirecTV tomorrow. So don't, like you're meeting this guy, he's a billionaire. That's all I knew. I was meeting a billionaire, something about DirecTV. I'm like, all right. Just so happened, me and baby girl, I go home and baby girl is watching TV, right? And I'd heard of that show called The Shark Tank before, but it was just serendipitously happened to be on that night. And I was like, this is that show where you pitch ideas to billionaires and they like decide if they want to fuck with you or not. And then I was like, oh shit, that's low key what I'm about to do tomorrow. So I was like, fuck, all right. So I kind of like watched the show for like 15 minutes, seeing how they did, seeing how the business people are analyzing. This is my deep analysis before approaching a billionaire. Like, I watch Shark Tank for 15 minutes, you feel me? And wake up and pop an Adderall, you feel me? And I'm like, all right, for sure, let's go to Beverly Hills. Pull up at Beverly Hills. And like I was like, this is actual Beverly Hills. We in Black Hawk Rodeo right now. You feel me? This is like, we're right next to Giuseppe Franco, like the salon where fucking Sandra Bullock gets her asshole bleached at. You feel me? Like, so I'm like, we've hit the big time, right? Chill talk. So me and bro, Callie Smooth's there, and the Duke Hashim's there, you know, and 10, 15 minutes later, I'm like, yo, where the fuck this fool at? I'm smoking a blunt outside the office, getting frustrated. Where's this fool at, man? What the fuck is going on? He's like, don't trip, youngster. He'll be you. Don't trip, youngster. It's Phil Moan. Phil Moan. Bro's from Inglewood. He got a thick ass accent. And then we're all like, all right. So Alki opens the door. This dude is, okay, I'm meeting a billionaire for the first time in my life. But it's not really what I expected. Bro's got tattoos. He's a lot younger than I thought. He was like 46, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and the first thing he did when we met him, he was like, would you guys care for an espresso? And I was like, nah, I'm smooth. You feel me? And Callie Smooth was like, yes, actually, I would love an espresso. That'd be great. You feel me? Bro goes like, Alki goes over there himself and makes an espresso for Callie Boy Smooth, who at the time hadn't even battled on main channel KOTD, mind you. You feel me? He's like Jeezy thugging it, getting a fucking free cappuccino from a billionaire made by him. So I'm already like, damn, like this dude's hella down to earth for a billionaire. That's my initial impression. Now, I didn't know anything about him, any of the controversy or his fucking 17 like lawsuits that he was already entangled in, or fucking farting on the red carpet, or the, you know what I'm saying, like all this fuckboy shit that he be on. Like, I didn't know none of that. You feel me? My initial impression of him was really good. And then he's like, you want to see something that's going to absolutely blow your mind. It's the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your life.
God, battle cam.
No, it wasn't battle cam. He showed me the fucking hologram shit, right? Oh, yeah. So I started tweaking. I'm like, damn, like there's Tupac right in front of me. You feel me? Like it's the same Tupac hologram that they had at Coachella. And it's like, you know, you in Beverly Hills, has a really good smoke and mirror for a legit business. It makes it look like you're gonna think like, damn, this is some big shit. This is popping. And then bro's like afterwards, yes, I own Tupac. I own Tupac. I'm like, oh, you own Tupac, huh? Well, actually, no, he doesn't even own the rights to screen Tupac, technically. What he's doing is illegal, but that's a whole other story. You know what I mean? No, he doesn't. Ask Afeni Shakur if he owns Tupac. You feel me? Like, so I wind up chopping it up with him. I'm like, whoopty-whoopty-whoom. I'm responsible for this many views online through all these battles that I helped co-produce and host. He's like, so I was like, yeah. He's like, well, and then he's all, well, before the meeting ended, you feel me, and he left the country, yeah. He's all like, bro was like, he's like, so how many fans do you think approximately there are of battle rap in the world? Like, how many active viewers are there? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe like 10 million. He's like, well, how can you bring me those 10 million eyeballs? So all he wanted was eyeballs. You know what I mean? And I was like, well, if we threw like some big ass event, for a show, you'll get those eyeballs, I promise you. He's like, how much does a big ass event cost? I'm like 500 grand. 500 grand, and you could pretty much, if you allocate those funds correctly, you could have a real good chance of having battle rap by the balls. You can have everybody's attention. It's gonna be big. And he's like, all right, let's do it. Let's set up a network deal. Instantly. I'm like, for real? all right, you feel me? Shake dude's hand, blah, blah, blah. She's like, let's take a picture, like, do all that shit. There's another dude at the meeting, too, that comes in halfway through the meeting. And he looked hella familiar, older black dude. I was like, where have I seen bro before? He looked so familiar, but I couldn't, like, put my finger on it. And he was wearing a construction helmet. He's like, can't be a black man in Beverly Hills when we get harassed, like, so I needed to wear my helmet. Like, really not. He's actually probably like the shiestiest dude ever, so he's like hiding from a million people. So he's like disguised as a construction worker walking through the streets of Beverly Hills, you feel me? Like, nah, it's not a race thing, you feel me? Now, who it was this guy named Malik Spellman, who, if you're from LA, you know who he is because he had a show called The Peacemaker, and bro was low-key like a hero because he would like go to different hoods that had beef with each other and stand in between them and like actual hoods that have been beefing for like 20 years, like gnarly ass SA hoods, fucking Inglewood Family Bloods, fucking Rolling 60 Crips, blah 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 blah, like, and squash the beef, like have gang leaders. Really what he was doing though is jugging and finessing, you feel me? He's like, yo, I'm gonna pay you guys to say you're deading the beef on camera, then you guys can go right back to killing each other as soon as the cameras stop running. Not only that, but them gangs never got paid, you feel me? So bro's not super popular, you know what I mean? Like, now, all that aside, after the meeting and after I shake hands with Alki and I'm all psyched, I go outside, and mind you, I still don't know who bro is. I still haven't put the pieces together that this is the Peacemaker, blah blah blah, who I was a fan of, you know what I mean? Like, because I don't know any of this shit at the time. I just knew what I knew. So I go, and he's like, all right. So there, I did it, youngster. I introduced you to a billionaire. I made the introduction, and just like I said, now where's my $1,000? I'm like, what? So I'm already trying to get jugged, like going into this, they're already trying to jug me from all angles, you feel me? I'm like, but you can't finesse, you feel me? Like, she must be Vanessa, you feel me? Like, it's not going down like that. Like, so and then I look at Kashim, and Kashim's like, bro, no, you like, what's bro talking about? I never fucking said anything about $1,000. But he's like, yeah, I know. I got to admit, you know, I made that up because I knew you wouldn't come to the meeting if I didn't tell you that. If I told you that, blah 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 blah, you wouldn't come. I was like, you're damn right, I wouldn't come. Form a partnership and work together as a unit, and we can make money together. 1,000 ain't shit, you feel me? Like, off of that shit, I feel like we can make a few hundred bands off of this if we play our position correctly.
Was that the older cat that I met that had on like the khaki top the night of the Cassidy battle?
That was probably that was Kashim, because Malik was a dude that showed up in the middle of the Real Deal versus Ilmac battle, and if you see that shit get interrupted and I start tweaking, and I'm like, yo, get him the fuck out of here, you see my little brother fucking, you actually don't see it because it's right behind the camera, my little brother pull a pistol on him and say, get the fuck out of here, you feel me? And homie hopped the fuck out, you feel me? He thought it was gonna be straight because he had fools with him, but nobody really had his back like that, you feel me? And his own people were like, told him to shake spot too. So that's who he was, you feel me? Suck a dick, Malik. But no, I'm just playing Malik. But suck a dick, Malik. But your daughter was really dope in the NWA movie in that one scene, you feel me? She was real dope. She killed it. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Bye, Felicia. But yeah, chill talk. But so yeah, so after that, like, then the next day, it became a roller coaster ride from there, and it was like, then dude had already agreed to put up the money, but he was like, then the next time I talked to him, he's like, oh, I'm in Greece right now. I own an island in Greece, and I'm in Greece right now. And he's like, I don't really know about this battle rap thing if I want to do it. So like literally every time I talk to this fool, I have to reconvince him to do this shit.
No, every time you're gonna get paid, you have to reconvince.
Before we even got paid, you feel me? Like, yeah, every time we got paid from him, every cent that we got him to allocate was like struggling.
Like, oh.
It's like, yo, you are the weakest billionaire of all fucking time. Like, seriously, like, you're the bootsiest billionaire ever. Like this is like, you're a billionaire on a budget for real. Like, how are you really in control of your family trust? Like, are you really the one that inherited all the money, or are you just getting given an allowance? You feel me? Like, what's really, you just got a big ass allowance, huh? Like, you still making payments on that ghost? You feel me? Like, what's really real? You know, so it was just such a struggle. Half the people on my own squad, I was like, I don't know if I can trust these fools. You feel me? You wind up going all bad with all them fools. Like,
So many
I'm not able. I try so hard to bring in the people I've been working with for years, King of the Dot. Like, you know what I mean? I had to try to bring them in the whole time. Like, I got Avi on the phone with Alki. I brought Travis to the offices, organic. You feel me? Like, the whole time I'm trying to bring everyone into the mix, but they're like, nah. They're like shutting me
You're
down.
like the British kids, though. Remember that?
Yeah, I randomly Shuffle T and Marlo are with me because I just picked them up for the airport before Battle of LA 5, and they're with me and I'm like negotiating some big ass deal with Alki, and they're just standing there. They're like, "Oh my god, bro, this is crazy, bro." Like,
Shuffle T and Marlo.
yeah, it was super It was just like it was a bizarre experience, the whole thing. And long story short, by the end of it, he only allocated 350 grand out of an agreed upon 450 to 500 grand, which was contracted and everything. But if you got enough money if you got a money hungry lawyer that could eat the case, you ain't even tripping. Like, contract law, what the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, there's ways, if you're that rich, you could supersede anything, really. You know what I mean? So even though, like I said, he's a bootsy billionaire, maybe his lawyer is eating up all his money. I don't know. You feel me? Like, that's what happens when you try to finger bang half your employees. Fucking yeah, and he likes fucking with people, and like, he wasn't really necessarily sold on the idea for hella long. I had to re-convince him. Like, that, the whole reason why Cassidy even came into the mix is because I was trying to get a battle for my boy Diz. Everything I pretty much did in battle rap for the past 8 years was like mainly motivated by Dizaster, and like, I was unofficially managing him and booked almost every battle he did in his entire career up until the Solomon battle, so it's like, and because I knew what a star he was from the first time he popped up, it's like, this is like kind of the way, Smack is with Mook. I hear my phone, I ain't gonna answer these fuckboys. Fucking like the way Smack is with Mook, the way Organic is with Pat Stay, you feel me? Like, that's what Diz was. Diz and Daylight were the two dopest fools that got put on from the West Coast ever, really. So it was like, and Diz had just got banded from King of the Dot for a year because the whole Math Hoffa thing. He was super depressed. He's like, I need a really big battle. We need to fucking recover. I'm done. My career's over. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's like, nah, bro, don't trip. I got 3 big investors online already. You feel me? Each of them want to put up a few $100 grand for different events. I'm gonna keep you lit, bro. Don't trip. You feel me? Like, and then like, the only way to book a battle for Alki is to make it sound like something that's appealing. His original concept, he's like, let's announce that we're gonna offer Eminem $1 million to battle you, Lush One. I'm like, no, Alki, that's not gonna work. You feel me? Eminem's probably, if he does catch wind of it, he's gonna laugh about it and not even publicly mention it ever. And everyone's just gonna think that like you're a lame and I'm fucking weird for associating with you. No, you can't do that. That's not gonna work. So then I convinced him that there's this guy named Cassidy that's a really big deal. Like, he instantly liked Diz. He instantly like fucked with Diz, so it was an easy sell. And then he was like, and I was like, all right.
I like that he punched Math. That was really easy. So
not only that, he's like he kind of looked like Diz's dad. Like, he looks like he's related to Diz. You feel me? Like, they got the same eyebrows. You feel me? Like, they got Alki. It's full of fuck. He's full Cypresian. He's from Cyprus. That's one of Cyprian. Okay, yeah. Cyprian. Thank you. It's an island off the coast of Greece, and it's right in between like Lebanon, I think. You feel me? Or like some of the Middle East, near where Diz from and shit. Diz looked like Alki. It was an easy sell. You feel me? For him to fuck with Diz, like, and then. And then this fool, Cassidy's like, yeah, I've heard that song Hotel, da 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 da. And then like, all right, for sure, well, we can probably make this happen. So at the time, he still hadn't even agreed to fully put up the dough. My boy is moving so fast, like, yo, I got Cassidy on the phone, da da da. I'm like, oh shit, well, I guess we have to make an offer to Cassidy. Like,
so who got Cassidy on the phone?
My homie Grant knew this fool named Cook, who is the head of Rough Riders West Coast, and he's a important dude in the streets. That's all you really need to, you know what I'm saying? He's an important dude. He's one of the dudes you check in with when you're from out of town type guy in LA. And he, you know,
instantly had everyone on the phone.
Yeah, he had Cass on the phone in 15 minutes. You feel me? Like, and he's like, yeah, you know, like for the right chicken, I'll do the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's like, well, okay, well, yeah, we got 100 bands for you because he'd always talk about 100 bands is his price. And he's like, then he was like, well, to battle Dizaster, he's gonna need 200 bands. You feel me? Because he didn't want to battle Dizaster. He wanted to battle. He would have been a lot easier of a sell to be like him versus Conceited, him versus Arsenal. You know what I mean? Even him versus Daylight would have been an easier sell. You know what I mean? Since they both talk about a lot of gay stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it would make a lot of sense for them to battle. Like, so all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it just, Diz was like outside of his repertoire, and everybody, like, Diz had just punched somebody. He was on TMZ for it, so it was like, it wasn't the easiest sell. But, you know, 200 bands were like, all right, for sure. Had him sign the contract. Still hadn't got the money allocated from Alki yet. This is how fucking crazy I am, you feel me? But this is how confident I am in my ability to finesse, you feel me? I'm like, all right, for sure. Like, sent him a contract, he signed it. Literally didn't get Alki to agree to it and to allocate the funds until this, like, the day that the contract was about to expire. It was like, he signed the contract and he had 5 days to sign it, but I cleverly put the word business days in the contract, so Saturday and Sunday didn't count. So we had until Monday to sign the contract, because I knew I needed to buy some time off top, you feel me? Fuck you if you're mad. You know, I'm talking to a billionaire for the first time. Nobody else would have done anything fucking different. You feel me? Everybody in that same position. I'm not going to say who it was, but one of the most revered people in all battle rap. One of the most like prominent dudes in all battle straight up said to me, like, for a chance to work with a billionaire, son, I'd suck somebody's dick. You feel me? Like, I'm not going to say who said that, and he was obviously joking, but that was literally said to me. You feel me? Like, obviously I ain't sucking nobody.
It wasn't me.
No. I ain't gonna say who it was. You feel me? Like, he a very important dude in battle rap. He know he's gonna see this and he's gonna be like, yeah. And Lush kept a G and didn't even say my name. You feel me? Like, I'll tell you afterwards. You feel me? But he's all so I know nobody would move any differently if they, you know, were presented with the opportunity to do it. Nobody else could have pulled this shit off. Nobody else could have got this dude to open his wallet. He's the most uptight billionaire ever, you feel me? And he's like saying stupid shit like the day he's supposed to allocate the funds, he's like, my son says that hip hop isn't as popular as it once was. Like, can you explain to me why that is? So I'm like having to like freestyle rebuttal this fucking idiotic billionaire's like retarded reasoning for not wanting. He's like, well, because your son's a fucking bitch in fucking England, you feel me? That's why, you know? No, I was like, well, actually, I would say that, you know, due to the rise of EDM music, I said that because I just seen him post a fucking video on Instagram the day before of his son having a party, and they're listening to some fuckboy EDM shit, you feel me? So I already know he's in his daddy ear talking about, like, oh, battle rap, that's lame. Cassidy, I don't know who that is. So I'm gonna act like I already know what his son is telling him, you feel me? Which I kind of did figure out, because he's like, yes, that's right. Yes, you're right about that. Okay, we'll do it. It's like, okay, so this is the account where the funds need to be wired. This needs to go to his lawyer, blah, 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 blah. And boom, you feel me? Cassidy has 100 bands. You feel me?
The battle's booked.
The battle's booked. You feel me? We got the contract signed. I'm on salary. He's like, I'm gonna pay you. He's like, I'm gonna pay you 35 grand to do this. I'm gonna pay you 35 grand to put together this event. And this was like 4 months before the event. You feel me? I'm like, all right. You feel me? I'm like, I can work with that. You know what I'm saying? But I was already knowing, like, in my head, I'm like, okay, I have a whole budget that's being allocated where I could feed my entire team off of, you feel me? 35 bands to the face is cool, you feel me? Like, my whole team's finna eat off of this budget. But the budget wasn't coming in, it was never getting allocated, and like, dude's always in a different country, you feel me? Fucking
staff fucking suck. And
buying Balenciaga purses for his wife that's fucking a bull dyke now, you feel me? Like, so it's like, Jesus Christ, bro. Like, literally, like, we'd see an Instagram post that she would make with a bunch of new purses, you feel me, that looked like they all like 20 grand each. And the next day it's like, I don't know if we can do the event anymore, guys. Like, bro. Like, what the fuck? So we're not getting, the budget's not coming in, so I start paying out of my own pocket. Like that my monthly checks that were coming supposed to be $7,500 a month. I'm dividing that with like everybody. I'm like MC Hammer. I'm feeding everybody, you feel me, off of 7,500, you feel me? And my own pocket. I'm rich because I'm like, oh, I'm about to be banded up. You feel me? I work for a billionaire. He's my new uncle, you feel me? Like, I'm about to have bands. I'll spend whatever I got, you feel me? It ain't no thing. I've been a hustler, been had bands, you feel me? Like, so I'm like, okay. So then...
Time out, because I want to have a question.
Of course.
So Helen, this whole time Lush is spending all his bandos that he saved up through the battle rap years and such. What are you like, damn, I hope this shit goes through? Are you like, yes, baby, we made it?
I mean, I had hope that things would turn out good with the situation we were in. There didn't seem to be a lot of hope over there, honestly.
She was like, let's get married. She was like, I gotta...
Okay,
I'm just playing this shit.
You're annoying. Anyways, no, it seemed like there was just obstacles every step of the way. There was so many people involved. There's so many stupid people over at Philmon just sitting there making a paycheck that were just like cutting us down and going to talk shit to Alki and just like ruining our chances, and then just
yeah, do you see all these black people smoking weed in Beverly Hills? Get them out of here.
Crazy. It was just like racism on like not so low, and then like literally they had like pictures of all the battlers like on the wall for months, and they don't do anything over there, literally. And they're like, what do you mean there's like other battles for this event? Like, we don't know what you're talking about. I'm like,
yeah, what have you been promoting?
Like,
you have like all these videos promoting, and there's a
like,
contract that you signed that said you're gonna pay these people.
So like literally like 2 days before the event, it was just like, oh well, I don't know if you can really like ask Alki for that money. Like, it's kind of like an awkward time. It's like, but the event's in like 2 days. What do you mean we can't ask Alki for this money?
And we're 40 grand short of deposits.
And then we sent him this like huge long like report, like, okay, we need to pay like this person, and this person needs to be flown out, like this and that. And he's like, what the fuck do you mean, you assholes spent 150 grand without my consent? Fuck you. And it's just like, what?
I was like,
are you serious? So
like, we have email chains, we have contracts, we have like this is all
the money that Lush ended up spending was royalty money that he makes from music that he writes. Royalty money. But that's where like all of the money came from to start paying people. But then when shit hit the fan, and this event still went along because they still insisted with doing the event, but we kind of wished at a point we had just like called it quits. Because I tried to call it quits with a few people, like Sirius Jones, Arsenal's people, and they just like didn't want to hear it. They're like, no, my face is on this, like we need to come out, I need to be fun, I need to be there right now. I was like, all right, well, there's no money, so you're gonna end up coming here and there's gonna be no money for you. I don't go fuck. Like,
Arsenal's like, I dealt with Lush crazy ass enough times to know that I'm finna get paid eventually. You feel me? Like,
yeah, no, Arsenal was one of the coolest people.
Yeah,
like, Sirius like didn't want to hear it. Flew out like his manager, this girl he was fucking.
No, he was hoeing.
Yeah, and it was just like a big old mess, basically. It was just
old mess. You feel me? Nah, but it's cool. Me and Sirius transcended our issues. I ain't trying to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't need to really rehash. You can just watch that Angry Fan interview and just hear exactly what happened, because we pretty much talk about it. He knows what happened. I know what happened. I know what I did wrong. He knows what he did wrong. It's pretty much, is what it is. But yeah, there's definitely way too many chefs in the kitchen, and like literally 2 to 3 days before the event, like we're 40 grand short on deposits still. So it's like, okay, so we need to bust a few jugs real quick to come up with this cash, which we did because Alki wasn't going to do it. Luckily, we were able to come up with that dough. Literally had to, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it wasn't until the event actually happened and Alki saw the eyes and the success, and he's like, oh, whoa.
Right.
And it's like,
then
I've been telling you this the entire time. Like, we literally had no marketing budget.
We had no budget for marketing.
Literally me on my laptop
They wouldn't pay World Star fucking $2,000 to fucking post a video.
Yeah, like it was me like hitting up all the radio stations, hitting up like this rapper, this person, this
the
person.
buzz that was generated was really done organically.
Yeah,
it really just
like
because it was such
computer,
it was just such a big deal, and like because Cassidy and Diz are such like we created this aura around it, and it just. But when people think we have some crazy marketing budget, we had nothing. You feel me? They wouldn't pay we had K-Day, this like one of the biggest radio stations in the world for hip hop. You feel me? Was begging us to work with them, like put flyers for the event outside of the LA Sports Arena at a Wu-Tang Clan show and all this at crazy shit. You feel me? And he didn't want to cash out for none of it, like to make it make sense. And we're like, bruh, what are you doing? You feel me? Like, and he's like, well, we have this show with Kato Kalin coming up and this other one with Tommy Chong, and fucking like literally is like the fucking D-list zoo of the world. Like, if you're a fucking loser, come to Film On and we'll fucking put you on. You feel me? Like that's pretty much. And by that time, I was like, fuck, you know, like this is so unprofessional. The fact that we were able to even make it, and like, dude, I'm under no illusions. We know how Bootsy Ether appeared to the outside world. Like we're in the
day of the event, it was pretty sweet.
It was dope. I mean, but the fact of the matter is that we were able to it was basically like fucking fighting Magneto and you're wearing like an all metal suit with one of your arms tied behind your back. You feel me? You don't have any mutant powers. That's literally what throwing ether was like. So it's like we walked out of it and we survived. So to me, that in itself is a success because we really had the odds stacked against us, and we wound up getting our get back how we got in. We wound up getting our money back, and I literally, to this day, like it's funny, literally just paid off the final debt owed from Ether now, 2 years later. Like, you know what I mean? The final debt was like just paid off today.
I was supposed to get picked over Jordan that time.
You talking about Sam Bowie?
That's what it was. Me and Rhea at the same time. We both was in college. We both was killing. It's just a coincidence. Rex was the nigga to get picked, and I kept going, and I took off.
So I come from a neighborhood called Pacoima, Paru. You know, my father had heavy affiliations within the neighborhood, so all of my uncles and all people that I looked up to was from the neighborhood. So I really had no choice but to be from the neighborhood or affiliate myself with the neighborhood.